This is a special episode because today we are going to take it easy and talk about computers. But not just computers. Oh no, today we are going to talk about the history of computers in the Philippines. So stay tuned. Guys, this should be fun. Hello everyone. Welcome to Doc PC channel. Now, for those who are new here, what I do is that I research and then I create videos out of pure interest or sometimes because someone requested it. And this video, let us say this video is more like an extension of a previous video that I did regarding the history of the internet in the Philippines because there were some things that were mentioned there that I feel would deserve an entire video of its own. So here we are. Now, if you haven't seen that video yet, maybe watch that one first before watching this one so you can understand better where this is coming from. But worrying not because this video should still stand on its own. But yeah, if you want to check it out, the link is down below. Anyway, with the rise of the global pandemic that happened last 2020, there was a huge spike in the demand for gadgets, especially computers, because almost every single thing had to go online, whether it be work, school, or even church services. Everybody needed a way to access the internet at home, which led to a surge in sales for laptops and desktop computers. But ever wondered how the computer got there? How did it get to your hands? Well, today I will try my best to explain to you the history of the computer and how it eventually came to be in the Philippines. The modern general-purpose computer was developed in the mid-20th century for the purpose of calculation, data processing, and automation. The first computers were the size of a room and used by large organizations for processing data, like government agencies or big corporations. Eventually, computers shrunk and became affordable for homes. And then later on, they became portable and fit in our pockets. Now, since we are talking about the history of the computer, I'm sure you guys would also like to know who invented it. Well, there really isn't a simple answer to that question because the concept of what we call a computer today took several decades to fully develop. There were many important contributors to the development of computers. For example, Charles Babbage is considered to be the father of the computer for his design of the analytical engine in the 19th century. It had many features that are similar to modern computers like an arithmetic logic unit and a memory unit. However, it was never fully built during his lifetime. Then we have Ada Lovelace, who wrote the first computer program for Charles Babbage's analytical engine. Then Alan Turing, who proposed the Turing machine concept, which is considered to be the basis of all modern computers. And then John von Neumann, who integrated the ideas of Babbage, Lovelace, and Turing to create the modern computer architecture. So as you can see, the invention of the computer was not done by one person, but was instead the result of many brilliant minds throughout history. Now let's talk about when computers arrived in the Philippines. In the early days, computers were mostly used by large organizations such as the government and corporations. The first computer that arrived in the Philippines was an IBM 1401 mainframe that was brought in during the early 1960s by the Philippine Long Distance Telephone Company, or PLDT, for their data processing needs. During that time, the computer was kept at the PLDT main office in Manila and was accessible to authorized personnel only. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, several other companies started to acquire computers such as the National Computer Center, which was established in 1968 to provide computer services to various government agencies. The National Computer Center, or NATE Center, as it was more popularly called, was initially equipped with an IBM System 360 Model 30 mainframe computer. However, the first computer that was locally manufactured in the Philippines was produced by the National Computer Center itself. It was an ICL 290 computer that was assembled in 1974, and technology, which led to the creation of several institutions that promoted research and development in the field of computers. One of these institutions was the Philippine Council for Advanced Science and Technology Research, or PCAST, which was created in 1978. Paycast was tasked to undertake research and development projects in priority areas of national development, including computer science. One of the projects that PCAST worked on was the development of a low-cost computer that could be used in rural areas. The computer was called the Paycast Philcom 1 and was completed in 1981. Unfortunately, not much is known about this computer, and it seems that only a few units were produced. The next significant development in the history of computers in the Philippines was the introduction of personal computers, or PCs, in the 1980s. The first PC that was brought into the country was an IBM Personal System 1 that was demonstrated at the Manila Hotel in 1981. Several other PC brands soon followed, such as Hewlett-Packard, Apple, and Dell. These PCs were mostly used by businesses and government agencies until the late 1980s, when they became popular among consumers. In 1988, the first computer society was established in the Philippines. It was called the Philippine Computer Society, or PCs, now known as the Computer Society of the Philippines, or CSP. The organization's goal was to promote the use of computers in the Philippines and to provide a forum for computer professionals to share their knowledge and experience. Another significant event in the history of computers in the Philippines was the 1990 Asian Games held in the country. The Philippine government used computers to manage the games, such as for the processing of game results and the maintenance of game records. This showcased the capability of computers and helped to promote their use in various industries. By the 1990s, computers were already being used in various industries in the Philippines, such as banking, finance, manufacturing, and telecommunications. However, their use was still limited to large organizations due to their high cost. It wasn't until the late 1990s when the prices of computers started to decrease and they became more accessible to small businesses and consumers. The internet also played a significant role in the popularity of computers in the Philippines. The first internet service provider, or ISP, in the country was Filipino American Internet Connection, or PI, which was established in 1994. The internet allowed people to connect with each other and access vast amounts of information, which further increased the demand for computers. Today, computers are ubiquitous in the Philippines and are used in almost every aspect of our lives. They are used in schools, businesses, homes, and even in public transportation. The Philippines has a high percentage of social media users and internet penetration, which is a testament to the widespread use of computers in the country. There are several factors that contributed to the widespread use of computers in the Philippines. One factor is the emphasis on education in the country. The Philippines has a high literacy rate and a strong tradition of learning. This made it easier for people to learn how to use computers. Another factor is the growth of the IT industry in the Philippines. The IT industry has been a major contributor to the Philippine economy in recent years. This growth has led to the creation of numerous job opportunities in the field of information technology, which further increased the demand for computer-related skills. Additionally, the government's initiatives to promote science and technology education have also helped to increase the number of people who are proficient in computer-related fields. The impact of computers on Filipino society is undeniable. Computers have revolutionized the way we communicate, work, and access information. They have made it easier for people to connect with each other regardless of geographical location and have facilitated the exchange of ideas and information. Computers have also improved the efficiency and productivity of businesses by automating tasks and processes and providing access to vast amounts of data and resources. Additionally, computers have made it easier for people to access information and have democratized the access to knowledge and education. However, the use of computers has also presented some challenges. One of the most significant challenges is the digital divide, which refers to the gap between those who have access to computers and the internet and those who don't. This divide can result in unequal access to information and resources, which can exacerbate existing social and economic inequalities. Another challenge is the issue of cybersecurity. As people become more reliant on computers and the internet, they become more vulnerable to cyber threats such as hacking, malware, and phishing attacks. These threats can have serious consequences such as the theft of personal information or financial loss. Despite these challenges, the use of computers continues to grow in the Philippines. As technology advances and becomes more accessible, more people will be able to reap the benefits of computers and the internet. It is important that we address the digital divide and cybersecurity concerns to ensure that everyone can access the benefits of technology and that we can harness the power of computers to improve our lives. And that, my friends, is the history of the computer in the Philippines. I hope you learned something new here. If you did, please like this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in the next video.